Hello.
Hello, my name is Cham. I'm here today to present to the Board of Directors about Campus Pay Preventative Cybersecurity Program. Campus Pay Preventative Cybersecurity Program. This is the organizational structure which comprised of Board of Directors, CEO, BP for Cybersecurity, Information Risk Council or IRC, Chief Information Security Officer or CISO, and under that there's another team which is the engineering or development and operation, which with their primary responsibility is to engage with product development and support. And also there is information technology, which include IT support. Then we have operation, which include HR and finance, etc. The Board of Directors is the governing body, and the CEO reports to the Chief Executive Officer, CEO, is in charge of maximizing business, also responsible for implementing existing plans and policies. It also promotes communication and cooperation among divisions and many other responsibilities. Then we have Vice President for Cybersecurity position. And this position oversee the next one, which is the CISO. For the organization to have a strong cybersecurity program or body, they must have a CISO position. And this person would be in charge of the IT department. The title is Chief Information Security Officer. So executive, which the responsibility is for the to make sure that organizational information and data security is protected, in charge of security operation, cyber risk and cyber intelligence, data loss and fraud prevention, security architecture, program management, investigations and forensics, as well as governance. And we have the cybersecurity program's goals. But the main goal for cybersecurity is, for a good cybersecurity program, is to prevent information from being stolen or compromised. And this is where CIA triad comes in. 3 key cybersecurity objectives. It's about maintaining data confidentiality, data integrity, preservation, also limiting data accessibility to just authorized users. And we have confidentiality, which is simply similar to privacy in that it prevents unauthorized disclosure of information. And we have integrity, which is guaranteeing that data is real, correct, and protected against unauthorized user modification. And we have availability. Availability is the property of being able to access and modify information in a timely manner by those who are allowed to do so. Now it's time to ask ourselves, why do we have the organizational structure, the security structure, the program goals or goals? It's all about to defend the organization against advanced, persistent threats. So the actors or the attack vectors utilize these methods to compromise their target. They deploy spear phishing attacks, which is basically a target receive an email with a weaponized document or link. They used the water holes attack. The group will infect a website often used by the target, replacing software and tools with malicious versions, thus making the unsuspecting victim run the malware unknowingly. Remember, the APT always is the persistent, and they play deep to the point where it is very, very difficult to detect. Then we have hardware supply chain attacks, which is compromising hardware equipment used by the target before it even shipped to the customer. You have social engineering, which is someone pretending to be somebody. That target usually contacts which may lure the victims into opening a received file or providing sensitive information. They will pretend they are me. I'm the one that's sending an email to someone, so they can attack and they can open that email. Usually I receive email that set up. Part of it is my name, but the ending of it is something else, which you can tell somebody made up something, assuming you would click on it. Then they will get the information they need, like your bank information or credit card or email, home addresses, phone numbers, and whatnot. So many things. Then you have physical access to devices, which in order to infiltrate air-gapped target networks. So these are some of the tactics the APT use, which make it critical for any organization to make sure they have state-of-the-art preventative cybersecurity program. And the question is, can the organization defend against APTs? No single tool will defend against APT. However, An effective defense requires controlling every aspect of your network through up-to-date tools, which include next-generation firewalls, things like antivirus software, endpoint protection, authentication, and identity management, and so forth. These are some of the tactics you might use. Some of the tools an organization need to avail. Rigorous monitoring is needed. In particular, logging in access requests should be reviewed regularly so that anomalies can be spotted and addressed on timely manner. Whitelisting apps. While some end users might find it frustrating, whitelisting apps ensures that any forced installations are immediately brought to your attention or send an alert, then you know what's going on. Threat intelligence services. Threat intelligence services use raw data on emerging threats to provide organizations with actionable information. It is important. More than that, even it's critical. Education and awareness for employees. APT groups often gain a foothold through spear phishing, emails, and social engineering, and also an incident response plan. That is important. Excuse me. And the next one is this program must be security focused. Which is the task of the CISO. And the CISO must make sure prevention, detection, and response measures are in place. So the prevention, you want to make sure an organization must have tools to log and monitor network traffic for anomalies or suspicious activities. And then you have detection. Want to make sure your organization does not spend about 4 months without knowing their system has been compromised. On average, it takes companies 90 to 120 days before learning that they have a problem. This leaves security teams with no chance to prevent data loss or corruption. Security implementation and configuration of focus, such as antivirus, SIM, IDS, or IPS, is critical. Then you must have a response when incident takes place. So you have to develop or update the incident response. An organization need to regularly test the IR plan. Then the next, you must have a budget. And this budget is about $45,000 a year, which would cover a number of important tools, including security and whatnot, to our if it's cloud or physical, so that to make sure that everything is up to date and protected. Of course, remember, with APT, we are not 100% sure we can prevent it, but we must prepare how to minimize it, manage it, and mitigate. Then comes the conclusion for an organization to build an effective cybersecurity program and must establish clear leadership structure, security structure that has budget, making sure the security goal is met, and all the recommendations are being followed, and have trained manpower and up-to-date tools to monitor, detect, and mitigate threat. Thank you for your time. My references. Sorry. Thank you.